Implementation of the Digital Silk Road by 2025, a comprehensive overview. Introduction. The Digital Silk Road DSR, an essential aspect of China's Belt and Road Initiative BRI, is set to transform the digital landscape across the Middle East and North Africa MENA region by 2025. With a projected investment of $10 billion, the DSR aims to develop advanced digital infrastructure and enhance connectivity among 6 countries in the MENA region. This report provides an in-depth analysis of the initiative, its key phases, geopolitical implications, and the regulatory frameworks that will shape its implementation. Overview of the Digital Silk Road. Launched in 2013, the BRI seeks to establish trade and infrastructure networks connecting China with over 70 countries. The DSR specifically focuses on enhancing digital connectivity through the deployment of cutting-edge technologies such as 5G and satellite communications. The primary objective is to bridge the digital divide, facilitating economic growth and improved governance in participating countries. Key objectives. 1. Enhancing connectivity. The DSR aims to improve internet access and digital infrastructure, making it easier for businesses and governments to engage in e-commerce and digital governance. 2. Economic growth. By investing in digital networks and data centers, the initiative seeks to stimulate economic activities across the MENA region, fostering regional integration. 3. Technological advancement. The DSR encourages the adoption of advanced technologies, allowing MENA countries to strengthen their technological capabilities and resilience in the face of global competition. 5 key phases of implementation. The DSR's implementation is structured into 5 critical phases, each designed to progressively build on the previous one. 1. Phase 1, Infrastructure Assessment and Planning 2022. Conduct comprehensive assessments of existing digital infrastructure in the targeted countries. Develop a strategic plan outlining specific projects and investment requirements. 2. Phase 2, Initial Investment and Pilot Projects 2023. Launch pilot projects focusing on the establishment of data centers and network enhancements in select countries such as Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Begin initial investments targeting key sectors such as telecommunications and e-commerce. 3. Phase 3, Expansion of Digital Networks 2024. Expand the digital networks established in pilot projects to additional regions within the targeted countries. Collaborate with local governments to ensure regulatory compliance and alignment with national strategies. 4. Phase 4, Integration of E-commerce Platforms 2025. Integrate cross-border e-commerce platforms, allowing businesses to leverage improved connectivity for trade. Establish frameworks for digital payments and data exchange to facilitate seamless transactions. 5. Phase 5, Full Operational Capacity and Evaluation end of 2025. Achieve full operational capacity of the DSR projects across all targeted countries. Conduct evaluations to assess the impact of the DSR on economic growth, connectivity, and digital governance. Investment and infrastructure development. The $10 billion investment earmarked for the DSR will be allocated across various infrastructure projects, including digital networks. Construction of high-speed internet networks primarily leveraging 5G technology. Data centers, establishment of data centers to facilitate cloud computing and data storage. E-commerce platforms, development of integrated e-commerce platforms to enhance trade among participating countries. The investment will not only enhance regional connectivity but also create job opportunities and stimulate economic growth in the MENA region. Geopolitical dynamics. The DSR is set against a backdrop of increasing geopolitical competition, primarily between the United States and China. MENA countries are strategically positioned as they navigate relationships with both powers while seeking to leverage economic opportunities. Key geopolitical considerations. 1. U.S.-China competition. as the U.S. imposes restrictions on Chinese technology firms due to security concerns, MENA countries have largely welcomed Chinese investments, presenting a divergence in regulatory approaches. 2. Strategic partnerships. Countries in the MENA region are increasingly forming strategic partnerships with China, recognizing the potential benefits of enhanced digital infrastructure. 3. Regional stability. The DSR is expected to contribute to regional stability by fostering economic collaboration and reducing reliance on Western technological solutions. Tech diplomacy framework. The concept of tech diplomacy is vital for understanding the regulatory landscape surrounding the DSR. Countries in the MENA region must establish frameworks that balance economic growth with privacy and security concerns. Key components of tech diplomacy. 1. Regulatory frameworks. MENA countries need to develop regulatory frameworks that accommodate emerging technologies while ensuring data protection and privacy. 2. Collaboration with China. Engaging in tech diplomacy allows MENA countries to negotiate favorable terms with Chinese technology firms, ensuring local interests are represented. 3. Addressing security concerns. As digital infrastructure expands, countries must address security concerns related to data protection and cybersecurity. Differential regulatory approaches. MENA countries exhibit differing regulatory attitudes towards technology compared to Western nations. While many Western countries have imposed restrictions on Chinese technology firms, MENA nations have largely embraced Chinese investments. Key regulatory differences. 1. Investment climate. MENA countries have adopted a more welcoming stance towards Chinese technology firms, recognizing the potential economic benefits of collaboration. 2. Data governance. The regulatory frameworks governing data protection and privacy in MENA countries may differ significantly from those in the West, emphasizing economic growth over stringent restrictions. 3. Technological adoption. The willingness of MENA countries to adopt Chinese technology has implications for their technological sovereignty and regulatory independence. Timeline of events. 2013 – Launch of the Belt and Road Initiative, incorporating the Digital Silk Road as a key component. 2019 – Western countries including the US and Australia begin banning Chinese telecommunications firms from 5G rollouts due to security concerns. 2022 to 2025 – Implementation of the DSR in phases, focusing on significant investments in digital infrastructure across the MENA region. 2024 – Anticipated completion of initial phases, with Qatar and Saudi Arabia leading in digital infrastructure projects and enhanced connectivity with China. Conclusion. The Digital Silk Road represents a transformative initiative that aims to reshape the digital landscape in the MENA region. With its projected investment of $10 billion and a structured implementation plan, the DSR seeks to enhance connectivity, stimulate economic growth, and position participating countries favorably in the global digital economy. As the initiative unfolds, it will be crucial to monitor its impact on regional economies and the evolving dynamics of international technology governance. The DSR not only highlights the complexities of navigating geopolitical relationships but also offers a pathway for MENA countries to harness technological advancements for sustainable development. The implementation of the Digital Silk Road DSR by 2025 as a significant part of China's Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) involves a substantial $10 billion investment across 6 countries, primarily in the Middle East and North Africa MENA region. This initiative aims to enhance digital infrastructure connectivity and economic growth in participating nations through advanced technologies like 5G and satellite communications. One counterintuitive aspect of the DSR is its reception in MENA countries, which contrasts sharply with the more cautious approach taken by Western nations towards Chinese tech firms. While the US and its allies have imposed restrictions on companies like Huawei over security concerns, MENA nations have largely embraced Chinese investments. This divergence highlights a significant geopolitical dynamic where countries in the region play a balancing act, leveraging relationships with both the US and China while prioritizing immediate economic benefits over long-term security apprehensions. Another surprising element is the emphasis on tech diplomacy as a framework for understanding technology governance in the MENA context. Unlike the traditional diplomatic approaches that often prioritized military or political alliances, this new paradigm underscores economic growth, privacy, and security concerns as pivotal factors guiding national policies on technology. This shift in focus reflects a broader trend where countries, particularly in the global south, are increasingly recognizing the importance of digital governance in shaping their economic futures and mitigating vulnerabilities associated with foreign technological dependencies. The timeline of events surrounding the DSR also reveals counterintuitive information. While the BRI was launched in 2013, the DSR gained momentum in a period characterized by heightened global tensions, particularly between the US and China. The 2019 bans on Chinese tech in Western nations were expected to deter China's global tech ambitions. However, they inadvertently provided an opening for China to deepen its ties in regions like MENA, where countries are eager to modernize their economies and improve digital connectivity. Moreover, the focus on digital governance and regulatory frameworks in the MENA region is another unexpected dimension of the DSR. While many assume that digital initiatives primarily serve economic interests, the discussions surrounding tech diplomacy indicate a growing awareness of the complexities involved in data governance, privacy rights, and regulatory compliance. This nuanced approach suggests that MENA countries are not merely passive recipients of foreign technology but are actively engaging in shaping the regulatory landscape to better align with their national interests. In summary, the DSR's rollout, marked by substantial investments and a strategic geopolitical context, reveals unexpected dynamics in international relations, technology governance, and regional development strategies. The willingness of MENA countries to engage with Chinese technology amidst Western apprehensions signifies a pragmatic approach to economic development that could redefine traditional alliances and influence global tech standards in the coming years. The implementation of the Digital Silk Road DSR by 2025, part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, is a significant geopolitical development that is likely to shape the digital landscape of the Middle East and North Africa MENA region. While many reports focus on the $10 billion investment and the 5 key phases of the DSR, there are several critical points that may be overlooked but are of immense significance. 1. Geopolitical implications of tech diplomacy. One of the most important yet often overlooked aspects is the concept of tech diplomacy. This framework is essential for understanding how nations navigate the geopolitical landscape shaped by emerging technologies. Countries in the MENA region, while engaging with China for technological advancements, must also consider their relationships with Western powers, particularly the United States. The divergence in regulatory attitudes towards Chinese tech firms is telling. While the US and its allies have imposed bans on companies like Huawei, MENA countries have largely welcomed such investments. This reflects a broader strategy where MENA nations are leveraging their positioning between the US and China to maximize economic benefits without alienating either superpower. Significance: the implications of tech diplomacy extend beyond economic gains. They touch upon national security, data governance, and privacy concerns. Countries must create legal frameworks that balance these competing interests, making this an area ripe for conflict and negotiation. 2. Differential regulatory approaches. The regulatory landscape concerning technology and investment varies significantly between MENA countries and Western nations. While the West tends to adopt restrictive measures aimed at safeguarding national security, MENA nations are more open to integrating Chinese technology. This openness is shaped by various factors, including economic needs, geopolitical considerations, and historical ties with China. Significance: understanding this differential regulatory approach highlights how MENA countries are positioning themselves in the global tech supply chain. It raises questions about the potential for these nations to become testbeds for technologies that may be deemed too risky or controversial in Western contexts. 3. Economic resilience amidst geopolitical shifts. The DSR is being positioned as a means for MENA countries to enhance their economic resilience amid ongoing geopolitical shifts. The investment in digital infrastructure aims to bridge the digital divide and foster economic growth through improved connectivity, e-commerce, and digital governance. Significance. This aspect is particularly significant as it touches upon the broader themes of economic development and self-sufficiency in a region often reliant on oil revenues. The ability to diversify economies through digital transformation will be crucial for long-term stability and growth. 4. Data governance and cybersecurity concerns. As digital infrastructure expands, so do concerns related to data governance and cybersecurity. The DSR will likely lead to an influx of data sharing and processing within participating countries. However, the lack of robust regulatory frameworks could lead to vulnerabilities and security risks. Significance. The implications of inadequate data governance can be far-reaching, affecting everything from consumer privacy to national security. Countries need to establish clear regulations to protect sensitive data and maintain public trust, a challenge that many MENA nations have yet to fully address. 5. Localized implementation and contextual variations. The implementation of the DSR will not be uniform across the 6 countries involved. Each nation will adapt the DSR to fit its specific context, economic needs, and political landscape. For example, Qatar may focus on building data centers, while Saudi Arabia may prioritize 5G infrastructure. Significance. A localized approach recognizes that regional dynamics play a crucial role in the success of the DSR. This variability can lead to innovative use cases that may not be replicated elsewhere, creating a rich tapestry of development that reflects local needs and aspirations. Conclusion. The Digital Silk Road represents a transformative opportunity for the MENA region, but its implications extend far beyond infrastructure investment. Understanding the complexities of tech diplomacy, regulatory divergence, economic resilience, data governance, and localized implementation are crucial for grasping the full impact of this initiative. As the DSR unfolds, these factors will shape not only the digital future of the region but also its geopolitical landscape in a rapidly changing world. Monitoring these elements will be essential for stakeholders, policymakers, and businesses aiming to navigate the evolving dynamics of international technology governance and economic collaboration. 1. Investment in infrastructure development. The Digital Silk Road DSR is set to mobilize a substantial investment of $10 billion by 2025 aimed at constructing advanced digital networks, data centers, and e-commerce platforms across 6 key countries in the Middle East and North Africa MENA region. This investment is crucial for enhancing regional digital connectivity, which could significantly stimulate economic growth, facilitate trade, and improve internet accessibility in these nations. The focus on cutting-edge technologies like 5G and satellite communications positions the DSR to bridge the digital divide, fostering an environment conducive to digital innovation and economic resilience. 2. Geopolitical dynamics. The DSR is emerging in a complex geopolitical landscape characterized by rising tensions between the United States and China. Countries in the MENA region are navigating their relationships with both powers, strategically leveraging Chinese investments while managing their ties with the U.S. This dual engagement reflects a broader trend where nations are increasingly seeking to balance external influences, thus reshaping regional power dynamics. The DSR not only provides economic opportunities but also raises questions about the political implications of increased Chinese presence and influence in a historically U.S.-aligned region. 3. Tech diplomacy framework. The concept of tech diplomacy is pivotal in understanding the regulatory frameworks that countries must develop to manage the intersection of technology and international relations. As nations engage with China on digital infrastructure projects, they face the challenge of establishing regulations that ensure economic growth while safeguarding privacy and security. This framework underscores the necessity for MENA countries to navigate the complexities of digital governance, balancing the allure of technological advancement with the imperative to protect their national interests and data sovereignty. 4. Differential regulatory approaches. MENA countries exhibit a markedly different regulatory attitude towards Chinese technology firms compared to Western nations. While the latter have imposed restrictions on companies like Huawei citing security concerns, MENA states have largely welcomed Chinese investment. This divergence highlights a unique regional approach to technology governance where opportunities for economic development take precedence over apprehensions about foreign influence. The implications of this stance are significant as it sets the stage for increased Chinese technological integration in the region, potentially leading to shifts in global technology norms and standards. These 4 points encapsulate the strategic, economic, and regulatory dimensions of the Digital Silk Road Initiative, underscoring its potential impact on the MENA region and beyond. 1. The Marshall Plan 1948, following World War II. The United States implemented the Marshall Plan to aid the reconstruction of European economies. With an investment of approximately $13 billion equivalent to over $150 billion today, the initiative aimed to rebuild war-torn regions, remove trade barriers, modernize industry, and improve European prosperity. This plan not only facilitated economic recovery but also aimed to counter the influence of Soviet communism by promoting political stability through economic support. 2. The United States Interstate Highway System 1956. The establishment of the U.S. Interstate Highway System was a significant infrastructure initiative designed to create a comprehensive network of highways across the United States. Funded by the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956, which allocated $25 billion, approximately $250 billion today, over 13 years, the project aimed to improve transportation efficiency, enhance national defense, and stimulate economic growth. The system transformed the American landscape, enabling easier movement of goods and people, and has had lasting impacts on urban development and the economy. 3. The European Union's Digital Single Market Strategy 2015. Launched in 2015, the Digital Single Market Initiative was aimed at ensuring access to online activities for individuals and businesses across the EU while enhancing the digital economy's potential. The strategy involved investments in digital infrastructure, regulatory frameworks, and fostering innovation with the objective of removing barriers to digital services and creating a seamless online environment. This initiative is significant in promoting economic growth, improving access to services, and enhancing competitiveness within the European Union. The Digital Silk Road (DSR) is a pivotal element of China's Belt and Road Initiative. BRI is poised to dramatically reshape regional digital infrastructure and connectivity by 2025, particularly within the Middle East and North Africa MENA region. With a projected investment of $10 billion spread across 6 countries. The DSR aims to transform the digital landscape through 5 key phases. Here's an outlook on the anticipated developments and implications of this initiative. Phase 1, Infrastructure Development 2022 to 2023. The first phase focuses on establishing foundational digital infrastructure. This includes building data centers. Major investments will lead to the construction of data centers in countries like Qatar and Saudi Arabia, enhancing local storage and processing capabilities. Expanding internet access. Projects aimed at extending broadband and mobile internet access are expected to significantly reduce the digital divide in the region. 5G rollouts. The implementation of 5G technology will facilitate faster and more reliable internet services, supporting advancements in various sectors including e-commerce, healthcare, and education. Phase 2, E-commerce and Digital Trade Platforms 2023 to 2024. Following infrastructure enhancement, the focus will shift towards e-commerce. Establishment of digital marketplaces. The development of regional e-commerce platforms that connect local businesses with consumers will be prioritized. Fostering economic growth and digital entrepreneurship. Cross-border trade facilitation, initiatives to streamline customs processes and logistics for e-commerce transactions across borders will be implemented, enhancing trade efficiency. Phase 3, Tech Diplomacy and Regulatory Frameworks 2024. As the digital landscape evolves, so too will the need for coherent regulatory frameworks. Tech diplomacy initiatives. MENA countries will increasingly engage in tech diplomacy to balance relationships with global powers like the US and China, establishing regulations that protect national interests while promoting technological innovation. Data protection laws. Countries will develop and adapt data protection and privacy laws to align with international standards addressing concerns related to data sovereignty and security. Phase 4, Capacity Building and Skill Development 2024 to 2025. Human capital development will be crucial for maximizing the benefits of the DSR. Training programs, initiatives to train local professionals in digital technologies, cybersecurity, and data management will be launched, ensuring that local talent can effectively utilize new infrastructures. Collaboration with educational institutions. Partnerships with universities and tech firms in China will facilitate knowledge transfer and innovation in the tech sector. Phase 5, Regional Integration and Global Connectivity 2025. The final phase will focus on integrating the MENA region into the global digital economy. Enhanced connectivity. The DSR aims to create a seamless digital network across the region, improving accessibility to global markets and fostering collaboration among MENA nations. Partnerships with global tech giants. Collaborations with major technology firms will be encouraged to ensure that MENA countries can leverage cutting-edge technologies and innovations. Geopolitical implications. The implementation of the DSR will not occur in a vacuum. The geopolitical landscape is shifting, with the US and China vying for influence in the MENA region. Countries involved in the DSR must navigate these dynamics carefully. Balancing relationships. MENA nations will need to manage their relationships with both China and the US as they seek to benefit from Chinese investments while ensuring their sovereignty and security are protected. Diverging regulatory attitudes. Unlike Western nations that have restricted Chinese tech firms, many MENA countries have welcomed Chinese investments. This divergence may lead to tensions as Western powers react to China's growing influence in the region. Future developments. By 2025, the DSR is expected to have significantly altered the digital landscape of the MENA region. Increased economic growth. With improved digital infrastructure, e-commerce, and regulatory frameworks, regional economies are likely to experience accelerated growth. Technological empowerment. Enhanced access to digital tools and platforms will empower local startups and businesses, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. Geopolitical realignments. The DSR's success may lead to shifts in alliances and partnerships in the region as countries reassess their strategic alignments in light of new economic realities. In conclusion, the Digital Silk Road represents a transformative initiative that will shape the future of the MENA region. Its successful implementation will not only enhance regional connectivity and economic integration but will also redefine geopolitical relationships, making it a crucial area to monitor in the coming years. As the DSR unfolds, its impacts will resonate through technological advancements, economic opportunities, and diplomatic relations across the globe.